Y'all, UFOs are causing more trouble in our airspace. If you remember in the spherical UFO mini marathon we just did, you saw a UFO fly just under the wing of an aircraft, something that poses a potential threat to the pilot, the craft, and the passengers on board. What's crazier still is that that was a government jet, and the UFO obviously didn't care, which means no one is safe. And yet again, here is another report of a UFO just narrowly missing a plane, with Ashley Banfield from News Nation reporting on a football-sized UFO that nearly struck an airplane at 20,000 feet in the air. Now, I'm going to share the report with you guys. Ashley, of course, does an amazing job, not just showcasing what happened because they had a computer animator recreate the entire scene, but Ben Hansen actually retrieved the audio from the plane. You can hear the pilots talking to air control, them mentioning the UFO, the air control even saying the word UFO, like, okay, but it's gone now. The whole thing is wild. It's not just proof of the UFOs because people are coming out and saying it. We're getting the audio from the pilots. Y'all, I want to hear you in the comments. What do you think is happening in our skies? Check this out.
What you're about to hear is the voices of the pilot and air traffic controllers, and it's set to computer animation. Take a look.
LA Thunder, Troy 2-1.
Troy 2-1, go ahead.
It's not weird, but I just had something pass underneath my wing. Maybe like a football-sized object right underneath our wing.
Troy 2-1, Roger. Do you think it was a drone or?
I have no idea. I got my sensor operator looking for it on the camera right now. We'll see if we can find it. But it's like a dark gray cylindrical object, and it was probably the size of a football, and it passed maybe 10 feet under our right wing.
Troy 2-1, Roger. Thank you for the report. Keep me advised if you find anything else out.
Yeah, we'll do. We're looking for it now. And okay, correction. LA Thunder, Troy 2-1. We got stuff on air-to-air radar. We're trying to get visual on it.
Troy 2-1, Roger.
And LA Thunder 094 bearing from us for about 60 miles is where it is now.
Troy 2-1, say again.
094 bearing from us about 60 miles away is where we're picking it up now.
LA 15,
Troy
okay.
2-1, Roger. Thank you.
All right. This guy was stopped at 14 for him because we were busy. There was some UFO reported here, but that's all taken care of now, so you don't have to worry about it unless you want to talk to Aaron. It was earlier, but it's gone.
Now, before we dive into the interview, I do want to point out a few things. I found it interesting how he said that it was cylindrical, football shaped, so like elongated. Makes me wonder if maybe it was a sphere, but it was going by so fast that, you know, it created like an optical illusion, like it was elongated. But then that he said it was gray, which to me sounds metallic. And I don't know, I find that interesting because it contrasts the egg, the white egg that they showed us, which was a whole different thing. But I don't know, I found it a little bit strange how air traffic control was like, oh, it was a UFO, but we took care of it. But as she was talking about it, after she mentioned the UFO, she was kind of stammering with her words. Like maybe she overspoke or said, I don't know. I got a little weird vibe off of that. Let me know what you think about that. And here's the interview with the former FBI agent who leaked this audio for us.
I may not have to worry about it, but I am plenty worried about it. This is where I call in Ben Hansen to help me make heads or tails of this. Ben is a former FBI special agent and host of UFO Witness on Discovery Plus. He managed to secure that recording that you just heard because it was not made available to the public. Ben, what is your take?
This is a really interesting case. It was actually the air traffic controller who reported it to the National UFO Reporting Center, or NUFORC. So NUFORC is actually cited in the FAA regs as one of the places where pilots can go to make reports. So first, we want to thank the controller for reporting it, and also for the pilots. This was a Homeland Security flight, actually. So they were on, I don't want to say covert, but they were on a mission, probably doing drug interdiction or something like that. And they're flying along and they see this thing. So very experienced pilots. Now, this particular aircraft, too, is a Beechcraft 350C, which they've converted to include a very sensitive and complex radar array. So you see that dome on the top of it. It's actually there to track, drug traffickers and things like that. So when they call this thing in, this is about 2:30 in the afternoon. It's September 17th of last year. It's broad daylight. They got a good look at this thing, cylindrical dark object that passes underneath their wings so close. So, I mean, obviously you can see there's big problems with that happening in controlled airspace like they were, and they weren't notified of any air traffic that was supposed to be in the area.
So the animation, by the way, it's so realistic, I was caught off guard. Was that sort of made with the help of those who witnessed it so that it's as accurate as it can be?
Well, in this case, my team has not spoken with the crew, as you can imagine, because the sensitivity of probably what they were doing on this mission, it wouldn't benefit them to come forward and talk to the public quite yet. We'd encourage it, yes, but this was our rendering of just based on the audio that we had. It's a guess, right? That object could have gone underneath from left to right, forward to back, we don't know. But we do know their description is pretty exact.
I'm also sort of gobsmacked by 20,000 feet, because I don't think that ground-controlled, unmanned flights can operate at that altitude. Call me crazy. I think at one point they asked if it was a drone. What's the word on the possibility of some kind of a drone activity?
So it could be. It'd be very rare, but hobby drones can go up that high. Obviously, military can as well. This occurred near what we call military operations area, but it was not in that airspace. So anyone who was flying something to test a commercial type of drone or something would have had to call in. Now, the other thing that's very interesting about this is you hear them call out what they believe they're tracking this object about 60 miles away, because they've got their own airborne radar. And the pilot calls back to air traffic control, says, we think we have it. Now, debatable whether their radar array could see something this small at 60 miles. But if true, within the 2 minutes when they called back, that would place this object going about Mach 2. Okay, from them to gain that much distance in that amount of time. So that would absolutely, in my opinion, eliminate any prosaic explanation of a drone or anything of that.
Absolute madness. And I love that Ben Hansen, a former FBI, was the person who actually retrieved the audio for us. And clearly he's done analysis and they've double checked this. And this seems to be a strange and legit UFO sighting. I am so grateful to Ashley Banfield for doing this interview and doing such thorough research. There is something happening in our skies, and it's not just like, oh, UFOs, I want to find out what they are. It's something that is actually causing trouble and danger in our skies. We need to be better informed, and we need disclosure. Guys, it's only getting weirder and weirder, and I expect to see even more UFOs coming up. I know you already smashed that like, so check out that UFO video, those paranormal videos, that funny or reaction video. Check out all the videos.